Hi, we're here tonight on March 25th at 6 o'clock to do ballot placement for the May 4th annual town election. With me tonight, I have Registrar of Voters. I have Wally Tybert, Mark Lantini, myself, Kathy Ellsworth. Kathleen Keown could not make it tonight, but the three of us are going to go through the ballot placement. Shortly after, Mark Lantini is going to read the open meeting law that the governor signed. Mark?
As a preliminary matter, Mark Lantini, Register of Voters, permit me to confirm that all members and persons anticipated on the agenda are present and can hear me. Members, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Walter Tybert?
Present.
Catherine Ellsworth?
Present.
Kathy Keown is not available. This open meeting of the Registrar of Voters is being conducted remotely, consistent with Governor Baker's executive order of March 12th, 2020, due to the current state of emergency in the Commonwealth due to the outbreak of the COVID-19 virus. In order to mitigate the transmission of the COVID-19 virus, we have been advised and directed by the Commonwealth to suspend public gatherings. And as such, the governor's order suspends the requirement of the open meeting law to have all meetings in a publicly accessible physical location. Further, all members of public bodies are allowed and encouraged to participate remotely. The order, which you can find posted with agenda materials for this meeting, allows public bodies to meet entirely remotely so long as reasonable public access is afforded so that the public can follow along with the deliberations of the meeting. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless such participation is required by law. This meeting will not feature public comment. For this meeting, the Registrar of Voters is convening remotely via the Microsoft Teams as posted on the town's website, identifying how the public may join. Please note that this meeting is being recorded and that some attendees are participating by video conference. Accordingly, please be aware that other folks may be able to see you, and take care not to screen share your computer. Anything that you broadcast may be captured by the recording. The meeting materials, there are no supporting materials. The meeting is for public viewing of ballot placement for the annual town election to be held on Tuesday, May 4th, 2021. We are now turning to the first item on the agenda. Before we do so, permit me to cover some ground rules for effective and clear conduct of our business and to ensure accurate meeting minutes.
Thank you, Mark. Wally, can I ask you to read Chapter 89?
Chapter 89, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. In the year 1974, an act providing that the placement of names of candidates for public office on the official ballot used in the municipal election in the town of Danvers shall be drawn by lot. Be it enacted by the Senate and House of Representatives in general court assembled, and by the authority of the same as follows. Section 1. Notwithstanding the provisions of any general or special law or any bylaw of the town of Danvers to the contrary, in all municipal elections held in said town, the names of all candidates shall appear on the official ballot in the order in which they are drawn by lot. Each candidate or his duly authorized representative shall have the opportunity to be present at such a drawing. After the name of each candidate for office who is an elected incumbent thereof shall be added to the words candidate for re-election. Section 2. This act shall take effect upon its passage. House of Representatives, April 8th, 1974. Passed to be enacted, Daniel Bartley, Speaker. In Senate, April 9th, 1974. Passed to be elected, Kevin B. Harrington, President. April 9th, 1974. Approved at 1 o'clock and 20 minutes p.m. Francis W. Sargent, Governor.
Thank you, Wally. Okay, so first on the agenda here is to draw for moderator. That's a one-year term. We only have one candidate for that. That's Patricia Frazier. We're going to pass on drawing her name. Next up would be the select board. We have 2 openings for 3-year term. Mark, could you read the candidates and I'll put them in the bucket?
Yes, ma'am. Gardner S. Trask III.
Is Gardner.
Matthew E. Duggan.
Is Matthew.
Timothy Trevor Donahue.
Is Tim.
Richard M. Betancourt, Jr.
Okay. We're all in the bucket. So first on the ballot, the Matthew Duggan. Second on the ballot, Timothy Trevor Donahue. Third, Gardner S. Trask. Fourth would be Richard Betancourt Jr. Okay, that takes care of select board. Next, there are 4 candidates for school committee. Or two openings for a 3-year term. Wally, you want to read those names?
Yes. Alice Marie Campbell, 7 Drummond Court.
Ms. Alice.
Robin Ann Doherty, 19 Garden Street, number 403.
Ms. Robin.
Joanne K. Hunter, 12 Cherry Street, number 4.
Ms. Johan.
Johan. Mark M. Zubrick, 9 Glendale Drive.
Mark Zubrick. Okay. Okay. First on the ballot for school committee would be Robin Ann Doherty. Next. Alice Marie Campbell. Third would be Mark Zubrick. And then Johan Hunter. Okay, so that's all set. You good, Ann? Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so next up is library trustee. There are 3 openings for a 3-year term, and we have 5 candidates. Mark, would you like to read the names?
And I'll read the addresses this time.
It's okay.
Dana M. Hagan, 21 Roman Ave.
Ms. Dana Hagan. Yeah.
Donna Lynn Hopkins, 33 Chestnut Street.
Donna Hopkins.
Holly Urgens, 7 Wadsworth Street.
There's Holly.
Jessica M. Cargile, 15 Bayberry Road.
There's Jessica.
Joseph L. Younger, 1 D'Orlando Way.
There's Joseph. Okay. First up, Jessica Cargile. Dana Michael Hagan. Joseph Younger. Holly Ergens. Is that it? Oh, no. Donna Lynn Hopkins. That's it, right?
Yes.
That takes care of library trustee. Now we move to town meeting members. There are 6 openings for 3-year term. I have 8 people for 6 openings. Wally, do you want to read those?
Yes. Annette Y. Collins, 24 Chase Street.
Lynette.
Janice R. Typert, 16 Alden Street.
Janice Typert, right here.
James J. Clark, 98 Abington Road.
James Clark.
Amy Butler, 14 Hunt Street.
Amy Butler.
Nova D. Simode, 27 Fowler Street.
Is Nova.
Louis John George, 57 Park Street.
Is Lewis.
Tori D. Adler, 22 Oak Street.
Is Tori.
And William M. Prentice, 14 Lawrence Street.
Is Willie. Okay. First up, we have William M. Prentice. Next up, Tori Adler. Next up, Nova D. Samadai. Next, Annette Collins. Louis John George. I have Janice R. Typert. I have Amy Butler. I have James J. Clark. Is that it? That's it. And that's it? Okay. All right, so that was 1. Okay, so also in precinct 1, there's a one opening for a 2-year term, and we only have 1 person. That's Deborah Mary Justwaldo. She will be first on that category. In precinct 2, we have 6 for 3 years. And I have 6 people for that. Okay, 6. Who read last? I forgot. Whose turn?
Walter.
Mark's turn?
Sure. Precinct 2, Jean M. N. Dempsey, 88 Center Street.
Jean Dempsey. Yep.
John L. Jaworski, 196 Pine Street.
John Jaworski.
Nancy A. McNulty, 20 Holton Street.
Nancy McNulty.
Paul A. McNulty, 20 Holton Street.
Paul McNulty. Yep.
Arthur James Francis, 123 Collins Street.
Arthur Francis. Okay.
Claire Teresa Conway, 6 Burroughs Street.
Claire Conway. First up, Nancy A. McNulty. John L. Jaworski. Arthur James Francis. Claire Teresa Conway. Paul A. McNulty. Jean N. Dempsey. Okay, so now we have a one-year opening for a one-year term in Precinct 2. We have no candidates for that. That would become a write-in option on the ballot. We move along to Precinct 3. It's 6 people for 3 years. I show 7 candidates for that. Wally?
Andrea J. Daly, 36 North Shore Avenue.
Andrea?
Sandra A. Lane, 17 Jacobs Avenue.
Sandra Lane?
Carolyn J. Wilson, 24 Riverview Avenue.
Carolyn Wilson?
Peter H. Swift, 27 Harbor Street.
Peter H. Swift?
Kathleen Turcott, 89 Water Street.
Kathleen Turcott?
Lois E. McKenzie, 34 Harbor Street, number 1.
Lois McKenzie?
Kevin J. Gibbons, 76 Elliott Street.
Kevin Gibbons? Sandra A. Lane? Peter H. Swift? Andrea J. Daly? Carolyn J. Wilson? Lois E. McKenzie? I have Kathleen Turcott. And I have Kevin J. Gibbons. Okay, in Precinct 3, I have 1 opening for a 1-year term. I have 1 candidate, Kristen Kuzia Perkins. She would be first on that category. In Precinct 4, I have 6 openings for 3-year term, and I have 6 candidates. Mark?
William Bill J. Bates, 14 Labeo Drive.
William Bill J. Bates.
Richard J. Parker, 36 Lindell Street.
Richard J. Parker.
Jason Anthony Gross, 12 Andrew Street.
Jason Gross.
Richard D. Stoney, 3 Greystone Drive.
Richard Stoney.
Timothy Trevor Donahue, 98 Locust Street.
Timothy Trevor Donahue.
Arthur P. Scarmus.
Arthur Scarmus. Okay, first up, Arthur Arthur P. Scarmus. Jason Anthony Gross. William Bill J. Bates. Richard D. Stoney. Richard J. Parker. Timothy Trevor Donahue. Okay, in precinct 4, I also have one opening for a 2-year term. I have one candidate, Mary Beth Very. She would be first on the ballot in that category. For precinct 5, I have 6 openings for 3 years, and I have 7 candidates. Wally, is it your turn?
Yes. Ronald A. Gagnon, 6 Burley Farm Road. Sorry, am I stepping on you?
No, it's sad that I keep losing track, but okay, sorry, go ahead.
Ronald A. Gagnon, 6 Burley Farm Road.
Ronald Gagnon, right there.
Elizabeth E. Lapointe, 240 Conant Street, number 102.
Elizabeth Lapointe.
Janet Lynn Gargan, 10 Mildred Road.
Janet Gargan.
Matthew P. Cocciardi, 11 Puritan Road.
Matthew Cocciardi.
W. Coley Rybicki, 4 Barbara Road.
W. Coley Rybicki.
Robert M. Leshin, 82 Conant Street.
Robert M. Leshin.
And Nancy R. Purcell, 31 Sherwood Avenue.
Nancy R. Purcell. I have Janet Lynn Gargan. Nancy R. Purcell. Robert M. Leshin. W. Coley Rybicki. Elizabeth E. Lapointe. Matthew P. Cocciardi. Ronald A. Gagnon. Okay, on to precinct 6. We have 6 openings for 3 years, and I have 7 candidates. Mark.
James M. Sears, 6 Calumet Road.
James Sears.
Robert A. Gamer, 6 Erie Lane.
Robert Gamer.
Bruce A. Sims, 4A Northfield Way.
Bruce Sims.
Fawn Burns Anderson, 215 Locust Street.
Fawn Byrne Anderson.
Scott David Anderson, 215 Locust Street.
Scott David Anderson.
Marianne G. Kowalski, 14 Treetops Lane.
Yep. Marianne Kowalski.
Anna Flynn Bertini, 196 Old Burley Street.
Anna Flynn Bertini. First up, James M. Sears. Marianne G. Kowalski. Robert A. Gamer. Scott David Anderson. Anna Flynn Bertini. Fawn Byrne Anderson. Bruce A. Sims. Okay, that was precinct 6. Also in precinct 6, we have a 1-year opening for one person. I have a Corrine A. Doherty only. She would be first on the ballot for that category. In precinct 7, I have 6 openings for 3 years, and I have 8 candidates. Wow.
Wayne H. Eisenhower, 55 Hobart Street.
Wayne Eisenhower.
Mark M. Zubrick, 9 Glendale Drive.
Mark Zubrick.
Richard B. Trask, 35 Center Street.
Richard B. Trask.
Alan Weeks, 95 Center Street.
Alan Weeks.
William H. Clark Jr., 163 Hobart Street.
William H. Clark Jr.
Stephen W. Murphy, 24 Clark Street.
Stephen W. Murphy.
Lisa Silva, 26 Charles Street.
Lisa Silva.
And William F. Fooey, 10 Brentwood Circle.
Is William F. Fooey. First up, I have Elisa Silva. William H. Clark Jr. Stephen W. Murphy. William F. Fooey. Mark M. Zubrick. Wayne H. Eisenhower. Richard B. Trask. Alan Weeks. Okay, in precinct 8, this is the last one. In precinct 8, I have 6 openings for 3 years, and I have 6 people.
Could I interrupt, Kathy?
Yes.
Precinct 7, you have 1 for 1 year.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. Okay, in precinct 7, I have a one opening for 1 year, and I only have 1 candidate. That's Katie Hislop. She would be first on the ballot in that category. Thank you, Mark.
You're welcome.
I was testing you.
Seeing if I was paying attention, eh?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh,
Appreciate
not really.
that.
Okay, so we're at precinct 8.
Vote for 6 for 3 years. You have 6.
I have
Ti-
6.
Tim J. Gray, 9 Buxton Road.
Tim J. Gray.
Ryan P. Griffiths, 320 Newbury Street, number 701.
Ryan Griffiths.
William L. Nicholson, 209 Center Street.
William L. Nicholson.
Carla E. King, 9 Buxton Road.
Carla E. King.
Michael E. Morris, 1 Grace Road.
Michael E. Morris.
Louis J. Bernazzani, 151 A. Dayton Street.
Louis J. Bernazzani. Okay, first up. Louis J. Bernazzani. Ryan P. Griffiths. Carla E. King. William L. Nicholson. Michael E. Morris. Tim J. Gray. Oh, and that's it. That concludes our ballot placement. If any candidates have any questions, they can certainly reach out to me. I'm happy to talk to them at any time. And that will do it for tonight. I thank you, Wally, Mark, Ben, and my assistant tonight, Ann. All right.
Night.